Hello everybody, I'm Ixical, and in this video, I'm going to create this horrendous city that I've called Slumville. I asked myself the question, what if Agent Smith from the Matrix built a city? It would look like this, wouldn't it? And in order to make this city, I need to download Axiom. So let's go through the steps. First, you need to download the Fabric Loader. This is a very important file that you can have to load mods. So download that one. Once it's done, we need to get the Fabric API. This is available for a bunch of different versions, but I want to use 1.20.4. So select that version, download it for Fabric. Once you've got that, leave it in your downloads folder. We'll go and get the next thing. That's complete. What we're going to get now is Axiom Mod. Again, this is available for a lot of different versions, all the way up to 1.21.5, but I'm going to use 1.20.4. So I'm going to select that in the menu, and then select Fabric, and then I'm going to download it. Once it's downloaded, we've got everything we need in order to use the Axiom Mod without any other mods involved. So that's done. First, we need to install Fabric, so double-click the launcher, select the version 1.20.4, create a profile, and then press install. Once it's installed, everything is ready to go. Great, it says it's done. So now what we need to do is basically move the mods. So this is my mod folder and this is my downloads folder. Drag over those two jar files that we've got and it's installed. Load up the launcher just like I'm doing here, the Minecraft launcher. Once that's ready, all you need to do is select the version that you've got, that's the Fabric one, and then hit play. Once you hit play, we can start working with the Axiom mod. This is my version of Minecraft set to 1.20.4. I'm going to create a new world, just going to leave it on creative mode. Once the game has loaded up, it's sped up very quickly here, you will see that I'm in the world and everything is ready. If I press E, nothing is there, there's no mods. But if I press right shift, I get this fantastic menu, which is the Axiom Mod menu. There's a lot of things and bits to worry about, but don't stress yourself out too much. Here I'm just selecting this tree segment, pasting it in the air, and look at that. That's basically what I'm going to do in my entire city here. Now, one thing I do have is the Yuushya Mod to add these wonderfully different, unique blocks. If you need help installing that, check out my guides on the Yuushya Mod, because I love it. I think it's brilliant. I'm going to pop in these lights, and I'm also going to have some windows in various different locations in one of these sections of the building. I'm not going to furnish it. It's just going to be this massive, empty, cold structure in the middle of nowhere. This creative map that I have. I'm also thinking I'm going to have a couple more of these metal columns in the middle. One here, and then maybe one here to act as support. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to go basically chisel out a few more windows to make it nice and bright, just like this. The building is built with white, worn concrete, which is available on the Yuushya Mod. But don't worry about that. This is how I use it. I actually built a lot of things with this in Mitsumaru City, if you've seen my series, and now I'm going to build this horrendous structure here. Now I've chipped out a bunch of window space. I'm just going to move this one about here. That looks right. A couple of windows at the front. That's a block. Just one block. A big chunk of nothing. A concrete lump. But I can't put a window there, can I? Because the stairs are there. That would be silly. Always difficult to do. Happy with that. Might need some kind of safety feature on the staircase itself. And I also need to add the glass. I've got the door. So I'm just going to remove those things for now. Grab the frames for the windows. Put the windows in, basically just standard glass like this, all the way to the top. And then find the next window here, boom. And just fill in the windows like that with the glass. Nothing too fancy. No, I'm just going for a standard, boring block of concrete here. One there, just like that. And then another one here, making loads of mistakes along the way, but it doesn't matter, does it? Great, that's complete. Now I'm going to put the frames in. So you need the bottom parts and the top parts, just like that. I'm concerned that the window might be too close together, you see, because the frame in the middle doesn't fit easily. But that does look good. And go around the side here and have a look. Just check the windows to make sure they're all okay. This one's a little bit too close. Yes, I'm just going to remove these windows and maybe change it up a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to take that out, put the concrete in. Maybe have one big window at the front. That would be better, wouldn't it? Fill it in here, just remove those frames. put in the glass like this, all the way across. Now I've got a bigger window at the front. Take those frames away as well. Maybe I could have one more. Yeah, there we go. So I can leave the frames in. Now I'm going to put the bottom parts in as well, and the top parts. So let's just rearrange it. Put these in. It says top, template top, but it's not really. It's template bottom. There we go. I've got a window at the front. Do the same at the side here, look. So first put in the top all the way along, like that. Then the bottom bits, which are the top parts, kind of confusing. And then put the side parts in. One here, and then on the other bits here. One there, and then on this side. Done. That looks good. And do the same here. So put the bottom bits in, then the top bits, then the side bits. Whoops, being careful to place them properly, otherwise I make mistakes. Done. One there, all the way across. And I've almost finished the windows I'm happy with. This block of concrete is nearly finished. It can house nothing and no one. That's the whole point. The city of strangeness. Put these side bits in and then do the same for these last two windows. Yep, and then the right part. Then put the frames top and bottom and do the same here. Good. So that's the frames done. All complete. It looks great actually. I'm happy with that. Interesting, boring lump. It needs lights on the inside because it's going to be dark otherwise. So I'm going to pop a few lights in random places where I think it needs the lighting. Just like this. Yep. One more here. That's good. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty good. That's basically the standard structure. Yeah, it's cool. I might get an exit sign as well. So I'm going to grab the exit sign and stick that above the door. All's good. Looks great. The stairs does not have a safety feature. It's rather on the dangerous side. So here I might go and add that now. Yeah, it's too dangerous. So I need this one, this iron support in the middle. And I'm also going to need an angled one. So search for iron fence. And in the Yuushya mod, you've got loads of different iron fence choices. But I need this one. Stick those on the stairs, just like that. And then one here to act as a sort of handrail. That looks okay. It's the wrong way round for some reason. There's no other choices for that. So I might have to just go with that one. You could use this one or this one. But I think it's the same thing. So I don't really need to worry about that. Let's pop that in. Yeah, that looks good. Cool, it's done. You can squeeze past and use the iron fence thing. Safety. One more here, look. It's a bit funny. I'm not really sure. I might leave it like that. But there's a hole. There's kind of a hole there. So I'll stick one in. Yeah, and then put in the side part. Not quite. Not quite. I need to have one there. It's not quite right again, is it? So remove that line and stick it on the stairs at the side. And then put this bit in. That works. Yeah, there are some workarounds to fill that in, but I'm not going to bother. That will do. That's safety enough. See, I'm not falling through the edge. Great. So now that's complete. That's the basics, the foundation for my little structure that I'm going to copy and paste. Go into Axiom Mod and you can select this box shape, lift it up and across, basically so you can get all of the frames in as well, because there's window frames. Here, look, you can shift it open a little bit more with those nodes. Once I've got everything, you can copy it, paste it with Control-C, Control-V as normal, move it across here, and then just hit Enter. You could twist it around if you wanted to. The twisting is interesting. That changes the way the stairs would work. I think I'm going to go with the standard layout though. So here, press Enter once it's done, and I will have a nice design for my building. You could offset it as well if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it normal. I'm trying to flip it. There are a lot of different choices here. You see now it's flipped. It's got a different kind of design and the windows are slightly different. And it's interesting. I've flipped it horizontally there, it seems. Could get rid of those, but notice all of the frames for the windows are also flipped, which is a bit funny. So what I could do is go round and change all those frames again. I don't fancy doing that. And I've also got that thing in the middle, so I go back, change the design to have this normal standard one. Doesn't have the window, and all of the frame system can work. Look at that, what's happened there? Something wrong with the stairs I don't like. Put that in, there we go. All I need to do is put in this side panel piece there for the stairs. Good, that looks excellent, doesn't it actually? Cool, so what I'm going to do is copy this entire thing 1,000,000 times in my city. So grab the square, choose all of this, just like that, and then I'm going to copy it. Make sure everything's in. I've got to remember the frames as well, because otherwise if I don't get the frames I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah, so I've missed the frames there. What I need to do here, look, is grab this section, expand it on the red and the blue line, expand it here, both ways, copy it, paste it in above, and then use the red line to move it across, and the blue line to move it that way. Paste it in, Everything's there and it looks great. It's very, very samey and boring, but that's the point. This is Agent Smith's city, isn't it? So let's have a look. I'm going to grab these two, and now I'm just going to basically multiply this process. Pad it out like that. It can go all the way. There's nothing else. It's just going to capture the air. You can copy the air if you want to, but I don't need to. Paste that in. Now I've got 4. Exactly the same. Look, all the way up. There's a couple of blocks there, but I'm not worried about that. It's just got to be a standard boring design. The exit signs. You see, I don't need the exit signs in every single floor because there's technically only one exit there with the door. Good. So now I've got that. Go out again. Have a look at it. Make sure the design's correct all the way across. And it looks all right. I think I've got it. I think I've captured the things I need. All the frames are there. There don't seem to be any trouble with them. I'm quite happy with that. Yep. So go back into Axiom Mod. Grab the square again. Select across and up just like this. Expand it with the red and the blue. Go to the other node. Expand it again with the red and the blue. Copy it. Paste it on top. And I could do this forever and make an absolutely massive tower. That's the point. The idea with this city is that I'm going to hide things in it one day. Perhaps. I might hide a briefcase of $10,000. Or not. Maybe. I'll get to that one day. Why not? That's funny. That's about right for the standard tower. That looks good. It's actually like a really boring apartment block with no furniture, isn't it? Change the weather to thunder. That way it feels a little bit more ominous, doesn't it? Now I've got this absolutely crazy place with one tower, and I'm happy with that. So I'm now going to pop in some cobblestone. If you go in with Axiom Mod and use the rectangle tool, you can select all of the grass outside. In fact, you can actually go all the way across like that and make it 2 by 2, just like this. I think that's 3. So pull the blue line back a bit, doesn't really matter. And you can do replace grass and air, replace it with cobblestone. Boom, so I've done it. And all the things inside the building will remain the same. So I don't need to worry about that. At the top of the building, I'm going to add, the lightning. I'm going to add something akin to like the top part of a roof. Not exactly sure what that would be called. The penthouse suite. No. It's just a maintenance area, so I'm going to fill this in with worn concrete all the way across to act as a safety barrier. Just like this. Each tower in this city is going to look the same. So once I've done that, go back with Axiom Mod, select a rectangle around all of this metal. Basically the metal. Do replace metal and change it with the worn concrete so it looks the same. That's perfect. That's the absolute perfect space for utilities. And here I'm going to have this little shaft for the stairs so it's not going to get the whole building wet with rain. Obviously they don't really get wet, do they? But yeah, I'm just going to do this. And basically cover the whole building here as like a little utility space for electrics. All the way across with the worn concrete, just like this. And the worn concrete looks absolutely fantastic with the Yuushya Mod. It's absolutely brilliant. But this video is all about showcasing Axiom Mod, actually. Not really Yuushya Mod. But I do like that mod. Fill this bit in, a nice simple ceiling. You can do it with the Axiom Mod actually, but sometimes it's nice to have that human touch, isn't it? Now it's a nice dark space. Pop in a light. Chip out a doorway here, just like this. I think that'll do. Pop in an exit sign there. Now it's a bit wrong. In the Yuushya Mod, you've got this tool that I like to use, the green gourd and the GUI tool. The green gourd makes an entity, and the GUI tool allows you to move things around, which is really, really handy. Now I've got the door. I'm not going to put them that way. That kind of works, doesn't it? Yeah, why not? Have a look at it. Let's go out. It looks good. Why not? Pop some lamps here all the way around. They're the kind of things that aircrafts can see, basically. That's the idea with that. I'm going to get some kind of electric thing. Some kind of electric box. I've got to try and find it first. It's under utilities. Yeah, so I want to get these electric boxes. Where are they? Here they are. I want this transformer thing at the top. And then powerhouse. It's like a powerhouse. These 3 powerhouses. So first I'm going to go in and pop the powerhouses randomly in this utility space. Just like this. One here. I often do this in all of my builds actually. I have a utility space dedicated for electrics. I don't want to have too many, but a few will be good. I'll grab some of these structures. I don't really know what they are. It's like just this metal frame thing that you sometimes find in buildings. Just like that. And okay, close the door, that's good. Pop the transformer on the top, they stick it in the blocks, turn it into an entity, and then just drag it up, just like that. Perfect. Now I've got myself a simple, plain, boring tower, which is good. That's what I want to do. I might need to find the electric rod, the thunder rod. So we'll grab one of those, that copper one. End rods are quite nice, but no. I'll pop this in somewhere. I might get some poles. Let's get the pole template from the Yuushya Mod. I could use the utility pole. I might just use the standard stick thing. Yeah, so I'm going to make this standard stick thing. Oh, the light. Okay, so with this, you can choose a template. I'm going to choose the simple template and basically stick in a tower of this all the way to the sky with the lightning rod on top. There it works, you see? You'd see it work. That's great. So now I've got this entire building created, mostly with Axiom Mod and the Yuushya Mod, I'll be honest. Tidy everything away. It looks absolutely hideous, but that's the point. Maybe I can move these doors this side. Yeah, I might do. I like that. It's kind of fine as is, isn't it? Bottom lamps. Maybe pop another thing in here. I think it's good. It all looks good. Everything's correct in the building. So all I need to do now is copy it and paste it 55,000 million times, and I've got a city of horrendousness. Looks good that way, doesn't it? So now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to where I've copied 4 of them. I've put a few of them in the ground a little bit, and now I'm just going to select this entire area all the way up. I've also added a bit of road network there, you can see. Copy it and paste it just like this. Maybe I can rotate it, put it close enough to the building to not be crazy. Once it's in place, about there, maybe here. I'm a bit worried about the grass though, so I could bring that down a little bit. That looks right. I know it's clipping and it's weird, but that's correct. Pop it in about here. Plenty of space for like a courtyard in the middle. This is a sort of cheat sheet on how to create a city very quickly. Once that's done, I can go down and see it. It looks good. Pretty happy with that. I've got the road markings all in place. If you need help with road markings, check out my video guide on how to make a traffic signal or a traffic stop. You can copy this part here, look, move it across. The same way, I use that, that's probably the best way. Copy it and paste it in, shift it down into the ground so it's clipping and weird. I know it's hideous. And then you basically move it where you want it and press enter. Here you can use these road markings to just line it up like that and grab this half slab to fill it in. So I've got myself a nice intersection at these places. Here I can change that one for the corner piece from the Yuushya Mod, and everything's good on my little utility point for the roads. Good. I've realized that this little city thing is strange, but it's not square enough to multiply, because that's the mentality we need. So what I decided to do was level up this road system I've got using the square method again. The Axiom Mod comes with a lot of different choices for shapes, and you can actually melt the floor and things like that. But I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial. I'm just going to cover how to make a crazy massive city. It took me about 4 hours to build this whole city, which is rather fast, isn't it? So I'm basically pasting in this road network to avoid having to dig out the whole area. For me, that's what Axiom Mod helps with. It takes out the painstaking process of chipping out all of the buildings all the time if it's going to be exactly the same. Here it looks an absolute hideous mess, so I have to chip out this bit, but that's not a problem. Take away those bits and then figure out exactly where the road markings go, because sometimes it goes wrong. So here it's simple lines from the Yuushya Mod. Here, another simple line. I'm going to put that corner piece in. I always get this wrong. By the time I've finished making this, I can do those corner pieces first time without worrying about it, and then just fill it up with the asphalt, just like this. The asphalt in the Yuushya Mod is really good. I like it. It's one of the better ones. Concrete Mod also has fantastic looking concrete. These bins and the flies, they're all over everywhere because I put some fireflies in and it's starting to look like I'm finding things. Artifacts are appearing in the ground. It's becoming a bit strange. So I'm going to copy this bit up, move it across, and just square this whole area in. Just like this. Because once I've got a square, in theory you can copy it many times. Rotate this one. It keeps the format. Put it across and then into the ground. Making sure it clips weirdly like that. It looks hideous, but it works. Cool, now just take away those slabs and then fix the road bit again. Put in a piece there, one there, and then change those because I need the corners. That's correct, about. Put those road markings in, and then I need to find the corner. Ah, the corner's all the way over there. I could have actually found it in the menu, but I'll just grab it that way. Go back, all the way back, and then pop in the corners. So one here, long way, you see, but I do get good at that eventually. Yeah, like that, good. Then pop in the asphalt, just like this. And the corner piece is finished. I can replicate, just like Agent Smith does. Paste it in here, making sure it fits, because it's got to fit correctly, hasn't it? So let's see. Is it about here? It does look really weird how it's clipping on the floor there. And it does go wrong. It's not an easy, very simple process, I'm telling you. Copying and pasting buildings like this leads to many a disaster. Look at that. That bit's raised, and it's wrong, so I just add these little cobblestone staircases in. Keep all this. Loads of trash bins. It's just copying loads of trash bins. I'll get rid of a few of them, because then it's less weird. Oof, this is already turning to be quite a dystopian little town. Pop in a few more of those staircases as well, like that. Square it up. I like it. There's lights in the middle. That's not how they're supposed to be, but that's kind of becoming a beautiful thing, isn't it? I'm liking it. Oh, it's so weird. Look, whoa, there's loads of frames there from a previous copy and paste. That's wrong. Why is it doing that? So I'm checking the buildings. I could add drains on the buildings, but I'm not going to bother with that. Oh, that's wrong, isn't it? Basically, all you need to do is get the square, go around the whole thing of the frames that I don't need, all the way to the top, press enter and delete. There's a bit more left, look. So grab that one, go down with the green line, all the way to the bottom, and then I can just basically press enter and delete. Enter, delete, done. Gone. So now I've got a square of crazy buildings. It looks good. It looks okay. This bit doesn't have a light. It's really weird. So I'm going to grab a street light. I don't have it. There it is, that one. Pop that one in here at the top. Nope, like that on the side. So it's nicely bright for when it becomes nighttime forever. That's the idea. That looks really good, doesn't it? I'm happy with that. If you actually want to get this schematic, it's available on Coffee. The schematic comes in 3 or 4 parts. The tower itself, a little mini version of Slumville, and the absolutely massive version of Slumville, which is of about 4 million blocks. More blocks than the nuclear power plant was. Yeah, post the road in here just like this, look. Copy it up, paste it in, make sure everything is exactly the same for when I copy and paste it big time. I like it like this. It's good about there. Yep, and then basically just go in again and fix the problems that I left, because there's many a problem. Fixing the roads is rather painstaking, but once that's done, I've got another block to put in. So I paste it in with the Axiom Mod. There's millions of blocks already. It's like in the hundreds of thousands of blocks. That's really sad. Put it in here just like this. Make sure it's not clipping too close, because it is going to destroy the other things. But it does need to be close enough to be a hideous city. I think that looks good. Maybe across a bit more so it touches the cobblestone just like this. Paste it in. All's good. Yeah, it is. I've actually raised the height of some of the buildings as well, so they're absolutely massive. This patch of concrete in the middle, the grass, it's not right, is it? I need to fix it. Change it with cobblestone, because that way it looks even more hideous. Paste in the cobblestone like this all the way to the point. There it is, and there's a bit more grass here. We don't like grass. We don't like grass in this city. No, it's going to be cobblestone and concrete and cobblestone only. Looks amazing. Bins here in the middle of nowhere with flies for some reason. And there's artifacts all over the place, like buried spikes, if you saw those. That's because I tried burying one of the buildings a bit, and it left some of the staircase ladders, the handle rails, and it's just wrong. So here I'm going to copy and paste this bit again. So now I'm just going to get it, look, right here. Copy this bit, put it underground a bit, and then expand this section all the way across so I can grab the entire city. So go up like that. Make sure I can get every single bit in this massive square. Just like this to about there. Yep. All the way across with the blue line. And as you can see, this square section is getting larger and larger each time I do it. That looks right. It's not right. Change the node and then go all the way to the top. Oh, that's wrong, look, you see. It's also getting quite difficult to edit. So I'm picking the wrong line. I need to change the node. So I choose that node and go up with that one, you see. All the way to the clouds. About like that. Then check the ground, because I'm sure I've not copied the road bit. So I need to select the other node, go down a bit. Doesn't matter if you go underground. You can copy a bit of the grass, that's fine. I think I've got everything there. Looks good. Some of the bits at the top are missing, you can see. Those thunder lightning rods are missing. Copy it. Took ages, it lagged out. Paste it in. Rotate it so it's a little different. Move it across and experience horrendous lag as I paste it in. about there, across a little bit, so it's touching the other bits of the road. That looks okay to me. Yeah, it is. Press enter, then all I need to do is fix the road bits. So let's go and do it again. Once I've fixed all the road bits, I go in again with the Axiom mod and do the exact same process again. So go all the way across to the side like this, all the way to that side as well. Copy every single piece, just like this, raise it up. Oh, it's not quite right, is it? The blue line. I'm going to get a bunch of grass in this one. Every time I do it, and every iteration of copying, look at this, there's so many buildings. Every iteration of copying leads to another artifact or something strange. No matter how square I made it, there was some ghosting every time. So look here, I'm going to copy this section, press enter, copy, it lags out for 10 seconds, doesn't it? Paste it in here, an absolutely horrible metropolis. Even rotating it becomes an issue now, look at that. Go across like this, a little bit more, yeah, into the ground, so it's kind of clipping and you can see it flickering a little bit. Pop it in here, I think that's about right. I've got to drop down and have a look. When you're in Axiom Mod, you can actually use the scroll wheel to go a bit faster. That looks correct to me. Paste it in. The lights are not on. Whoa. Whoa. It takes a while to... What? Lights on? It takes a while to load up the lights. There's that many buildings, it's taking ages to load the lights. Fix the roads, and then copy the paste again. I'm going to copy the whole thing and paste the whole thing again. So select the whole area, copy it, lag out. Crazy lag, copy it like that, look. Find an area where I want to paste it, and I'm going to paste it in again. Basically the same method as building a building. I paste in the bits, copy it, paste it, get 4, paste it, get 8, paste it. I'm doing the same thing here. 8 turns to 16, 16 turns to 32, doesn't it? And as you keep going, the city is going to get bigger and bigger. And once you've built that one tower, you can basically replicate it again and again, just like Agent Smith would. Here I have a problem. Another artifact has arisen. There's grass, and a large chunk of grass. I didn't want the grass. I had a square. I made a square. I purposely spent a lot of time making one square. But now it's no longer a square. It's this weird shape with this thing in the middle. This grass piece. I don't know why. I did my best to make this a square every time. But obviously, with human user error, not like Agent Smith, there's going to be many artifacts. And I found many of them. That looks correct though. So I'll paste it in, clean up the road a bit, and wait for the lights. Wow. Wow, that's so laggy, isn't it? There we go, the lights are on. Woof! Okay, so I'll paste it in again. This entire segment of city is getting bigger and bigger with even more grass, which is really bad. I don't want the grass. I can't even rotate it now, it's taking ages. I might have a park in the middle. If I was to continue this as like an actual city, I could have a park. But I don't want a park, I just want to have a massive city of nothing. And it's taking ages, why are you doing this? If you're liking this video, by the way, subscribe to my channel, send me a comment about this hideous city of crazy. It looks about right like that, I think. Also, you can buy the schematic on Coffee if you want to. It's available to hide things in on your YouTube videos if you want to. Or you could set this to a crazy zombie mode survival. Somehow, you'd have to put trees in. You'd have to have a couple of trees somewhere. Find the tree to win the game. Yeah. Or you could copy this into a normal survival map. And then you could have some fun. You could build these up as little bases, couldn't you? That looks about right again, I think. I'm not sure exactly. It's clipping and there's some grass there. I pasted it in anyway. Takes a million years to paste. I'm gonna have to fix this grass bit, and the lights are not turned on yet. Look, it's taking ages for the lights. I don't get that. Yep, there we go. Power is on. Wow, that's some scary stuff. Again, I pasted it one more time before my computer lagged to death. And I also built an acrylic wall all the way around the whole thing. This black wall, so you can't escape the city. Find the tree, that's the game. That would be a good game actually, yeah. Once it's done, you can see it's this horrendous metropolis of nothing. No shops, no people, No houses. So let's go back to Mitsumaru City, where it's a little bit more vibrant. There are some houses and there's some colors here. I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to get that little section, the mini one, and paste it in at the back here. As an area of the city that's kind of like a slum. I like the idea of having it here, but look, it clips into the intersection of the motorway, and that's just going to cause too many errors to fix, so I'm not going to do it. I might put it at the back here, near Mini Street, which is part of Mitsumaru City. It would look good overlooking the city like that, I think. These empty buildings. I'm just deciding where to put it. I ended up putting it about here. That's right. I've rotated it. I'm going to pop the schematic back in. I loaded the schematic just like that. Rotate it and put it into the ground. So I put it into the ground so it clips with the grass. Kind of like this. I think that's right. A little bit more. I've got to be more careful here than just slamming down the buildings, because this is my actual city I care about, rather than Slumville. Okay, so pop it in here. It's clipping into the buildings and it's not good, but I think that's about right. It looks like it's correct. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not clipping anything in the distance. Look there. Paste it in, and I've just got to go around and fix the map and also other things. I found this artifact while I was making the city, the Slumville city, so I decided to keep it. It's basically the iron frames for the staircase that I buried, and I want to keep it in Mitsumaru City just like this. So I'm going to pop a few of them in to remind me of the time when I built this crazy town. Just like this, anywhere really, as long as it's on the cobblestone and it looks the same. They are the artifacts of this weird Slumville thing. It looks good in Mitsumaru City. There's the actual city, and there's the Slumville thing that I've just built. It looks good. It's an interesting feature. One more thing I'm going to add though here is an NPC. So I'm going to grab myself this from Easy NPC, pop him in, and then you can crouch and right click, edit the skin, and you can find one that you've already got. I've already downloaded it, so I'm just going to load that one up, reload the folder, and I've got this little fella here, look. He's going to be Agent Smith. I'm going to have Agent Smith in Mitsumaru City. Why not? Call him Agent Smith and then save it so you can see it all the time. Looks good. I've got Agent Smith sitting there. He's happy, isn't he? Cool. So give him a dialogue on basic, and I'm just going to give him a very simple dialogue here. Why, Mr. Ixical? Why? Why do you persist? That's what he's going to say every time I talk to him. So save that one. Okay, right click it. You can see it. He's got the little basic dialogue every time I talk to him. And then what you can do is move it a bit by pressing space, and it gives it a new line. So you can have two lines like that. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. I've got myself Slumville in Mitsumaru City, and I've got Agent Smith there too. Looks good, doesn't it? If you've liked this video, subscribe to me. I'm really enjoying making these things. Send me a comment if you want to, and if you need the schematic for Slumville, it's available on Ko-fi. I'm Ixical. This has been kind of a fun thing to do, and I'll see you next time.